We welcome you back to Nets Pod with Sarah Kustok. I'm Sarah Kustok, and I'm excited. I got an extraordinary guest, Noah Clowney. Thrilled to be here with you for a variety of reasons. I got so many questions. You just had an amazing documentary that the Nets' incredible content team put together, just describing your background, your journey, you getting to this point, the 21st overall pick by the Nets. You're here in your third year in the NBA. But I want you to take me back, back. Because watching that documentary, thinking about you growing up, when did you first realize you were smart?
I always knew I was kind of smart. Like when I was a kid, I knew I was smarter than my peers for the most part, a lot of them, and so I knew it, but I didn't want to be arrogant about it. So I kind of I knew it. Teacher knew it. My mama knew it, but I didn't want to be arrogant. So I just kind of did the normal stuff until eventually they start giving me excess work and stuff like that.
Excess work. I feel like we see you do a lot of excess work. We're going to get to where you're at this point in your career. But with that being said, and whether it was schoolwork, whether it was sports, whatever, when was the first time you felt like you faced a challenge and how you figured out how to handle overcoming a challenge?
I'm not going to lie. A lot of things always came easy to me. My first three and main struggles I probably faced in life the first was in baseball. I used to strike out and I used to get so frustrated.
You be throwing your bat?
Yeah, helmet. I throw the helmet, not the bat though. The helmet. After that, it was pre-cal. When I got to pre-cal, that was probably the first class I ever took where I really had to sit down and study and lock in, so I did not fail. I think I finished with a B, barely. But I also think the style that we were teaching that class was different than what I was used to, because I did Montessori all the way through 6th, 7th grade, one of them. And then when I got to high school, these ordinary class settings were strange to me almost. Like I'd never been in a setting like that. And then after that, probably when I got to the league, in college when I was hooping, it was natural. I just played hard, and it just came to me. In the league, I really had to sit down and work on my game to try to compete with these people.
So you bring up baseball. I'm curious. You played all different sports,
yeah,
right?
A lot of them.
When did you realize that basketball was going to be the one that you would stick with?
I thought it'd be baseball, truthfully. But again, I say I was in the batting cage. I hit the foul ball up. It broke my nose, and I never picked up a bat again. Well, I went to a batting cage at Frankie's Fun Park.
Have you recently? Do you think you can still swing? Have you ever taken BP at any? Do we need to get you out to Mets or Yankees or something?
We can go somewhere. I mean, I'm probably not hitting nothing over 60 miles per hour no more, but I might can. I don't know.
We're gonna pin that. We're gonna see if we can get that going. But why basketball? Was it the talent? Was it the instincts? When did you feel like you first fell in love with playing the game?
Probably at first I just played it just to play. It was cool. Probably my 10th grade year going into my 11th grade year. After we had one state, and then my 11th grade year. No, sorry, my 11th grade year going into the 12th grade year. We had lost state this year. And, I went into the AAU season. This is the first time I ever, again, worked on my game, outside of practice. I'd just go to practice, and that would be it. And this is the first time I was, doing personal workouts with my coaches, things like that. And so I ended up doing that, and I started to realize, I enjoyed the process of getting better. And then the AAU season hit, and I seen myself progressing through there, and that's probably when it really, locked in for me.
Describe high school, obviously going over to Dorman, and just what it was like for you managing not just the basketball part of it, but overall where you felt like you were learning your personality and what it was like not only to be a part of the team, but how you were growing as a young man as well.
Dorman was tough. My first year, I don't got no friends there. My partner, Cam, we grew up together. We did middle school stuff together, elementary. And so when he transferred to Dorman the year before. So he was literally the only person I knew there. And then One of my friends' mom was the assistant principal, so I would be around her a lot. And them was the only two people I knew at the school. So one of my teammates, I actually played with him when I was real little. We played flag football together and stuff like that. But other than that, I didn't know nobody. I didn't talk to nobody. I literally went to class, went to her office, went to lunch, went through the whole day with talking to nobody. So that was probably tougher than the basketball transfer for me. And it's a much, I won't say bigger, but at my old school, I knew who everybody was, and most people knew who I was. So it was it's normal there. I'm just this big new kid who just showed up and don't nobody know who he is. So it was different, uncomfortable, but we got through it.
Looking back, what did you learn about yourself during that time?
I don't really like being around a lot of people. That was probably the main part. People that I don't know. Once I get comfortable with people, I'm cool. I'm calm, collect. But back then, I really didn't I felt like people was always watching me and people was talking about me, and I didn't know what people were saying about me, and I cared too much about what people thought of me at the time. And so I think that's what really was the issue. But
when do you feel like that shifted or that changed? Because obviously, think about where you're at right now, the attention that you get, going to Alabama, getting in the league. When do you feel like that maybe shifted your mindset or your comfort level?
When I got to the league at Bama, bad game, good game, them fans are gonna be they're for you. They go to this school, they want to see Bama win. So it was always great there. When you get to the league, it's a lot more criticism, a lot more critiques. Early on, my first summer league was terrible, horrible, and I used to be on Twitter, and I used to get on Twitter and want to see what people were saying about me on there and stuff like that. And at first I used to let the positives be like, yeah, I'm doing great, and then the negatives would just throw me off so much. But then I don't really care no more. I had to realize a lot of people that are on the app, I can make a Twitter account right now and critique somebody who plays tennis, and I ain't never played tennis a day in my life. So I just stopped getting on there. There's a lot of mean people on there too, so I just stay out the way.
That's very smart, very smart. How do you deal with a bad game, or for what you feel like if you've played a bad game? What is Noah Clowney like post game, next days? How do you kind of overcome that?
I used to be real hard on myself, but I learned to take my wins. To be honest, I shifted my mind even from the beginning of this season. I shifted my mindset away from what I expect myself to do in the game to just playing hard, being aggressive, and taking what comes with it, whatever it is, playing the right way, versus trying to, all right, no, you need to get this, you need to average this, or you need to average that. I stopped caring. I don't look at my percentages. I don't look at the numbers. I do what the coaches ask, and whatever the results are, they are.
Speaking of your coach, Jordi Fernandez, you had an awesome exchange when you guys were doing the questions after the documentary, and he asked you about the issues with being a perfectionist. Mm-hmm. And you said it's not issues with, I should make sure I get you right. It's not an issue. It's how you handle when you don't get the perfection that you're seeking.
Agreed.
One, that's beautiful. I love that perspective. I need to write that down. I'm going to have that written down in my notes. But two, how have you and how do you learn how to handle that?
To be honest, it's tough. You don't imagine you're seeking to do something over and over and you fail over and over. You're gonna get tired of failing eventually. So for me, it was more or less I want perfection, but I look at my game in bits and pieces. I do something well, and I might do something else that wasn't so great that night, and I just tried to take all the positives of what I did do good and piece it together and get a full game the next time. And that's all I can do for, I don't know what game we had, 16, 17, 70 more games, however many more we got, and just do it over and over.
What have you learned most from Jordi and just the relationship that you have with him as a coach and what he's brought to you into this team?
What I learned most from probably from him and the rest of the coaching staff as well. If I can stay out of my own head, that's been the main thing. If they can keep me out of my own head, because I look at when I'm not performing, I look at it as if I'm letting my team down, whereas I feel like my teammates don't even look at it like that. They just like would rather me just keep hooping and not be out of the game and stuff like that. And so the main thing I'd say I probably took away from, especially this year, was just like not getting in my own head about anything.
You've been hooping this year. It's been fun to watch. I know there's a lot more to come. But when you think about this year and just the perspective you've come in with, the growth that you've had on the floor, off the floor, what is year 3 teaching you about who you are as a player?
I think I'm a lot more capable than I realize a lot of times. And I think over the summer I explored a lot more into my game. And I think even doing it in the summer, when you got to do it against different teams and different schemes and people who are preparing for it, it's a lot. It's completely different. With that being said, I think I'm capable. I just do what I can, try to be aggressive. And like I said, the main thing, like bits and pieces, like if I rebounded good this game, let's carry that over. I defended well this game, let's carry that over and add more, like stuff like that.
What's the biggest thing that surprised you coming into the NBA?
Surprised me?
Yeah.
How good people are. Like, you don't realize how good people are until you're here. Like, you look at it, you're like, okay, like, and I think being young in that perspective I had, it's like, okay, I'm a first-round pick. Like, when I get here, I should be, like, I mean, better than other people that's here that weren't first-round picks that might went undrafted. But you don't realize how good people are until you really get here. How strong people are, how fast, how people can think the game, make you do what they want you to do based on how they play. Like, you don't realize how good they are until you're here. That's probably the biggest thing.
What would you go back and tell your rookie self once you got in the league, if you can give yourself a piece of advice during that year?
Rookie year?
Yeah.
Do some ball handling or something. But nah, for real, I needed to. My rookie year, I think I was in a good headspace. I didn't have expectations for myself. I knew my summer league was terrible, so like I knew I could only go up from there. So like I had no expectations for myself. I didn't get stressed. I didn't really like overthink it. So my rookie year, I think if I'd have told him anything, just to stay sane for what's to come.
Take me back to draft night. What was that like for you? That whole think about the realization of a dream you had been working for. I guess actually before we get to draft night, when did the NBA become a reality and a goal as opposed to just this long-term dream, or was it always something that you knew was going to be a part of your story?
So to be honest, I used to tell my mom I'm going to play in NBA, and she'd always get mad because they do the career day, and they have you take this little test with the algorithm. Maybe you like sports science, or maybe you'll be a math teacher, like all different types of things, and just give you options of careers. And I was like, when I took it, they would get upset with me because I would never take it with the intent of like, honesty, I'm taking this test to get it over with. I'm just spamming answers because I know what I want to do. And my mom used to always tell me, like, when I get to college, I need to have an idea what I want to do because basketball is the backup plan, as she said it. But I always had the confidence that I was going to get here. Now, I portrayed that confidence to her, but in my own head, I didn't know if I was going to make it here, to be honest, especially with, like, high school. I wasn't ranked. I didn't get ranked till, like, my last year. I barely snuck in there. Stuff like that. I was a late bloomer, a very late bloomer. And so at times I didn't think I would. But anyway, leading up to, what'd you say, draft night?
Draft night.
Draft night. We get there. I know I'm going to get drafted. I don't know that. I was hoping I did. But I got an invite to the green room. So obviously we're at the draft. I'm going to go on stage and shake his hand, whatnot. But it was different. Like, it's happening before it's happening, too, because what they do is the camera's got to come to you before the timer finishes because, obviously it's all televised. It's TV, so you see all the cameras coming towards you. Like, oh, like, it's my turn. Like, and then call your name, walk up there, a lot of camera flashes. But But it's fun though. It was crazy.
Was it emotional?
I wasn't emotional like. It's tough. Was it emotional? Somewhat, but like I wasn't like. I was more just geeked out. Like I was happy, like excited. Like it actually happened type of emotion.
Nothing compares to catching your Brooklyn Nets live, and nobody knows that better than you. Nets fans, it all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Nets and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you could experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Nets tickets at Ticketmaster. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Nets.
Inside your jacket, you had what, 68?
68, overlook comma 68, something like that. I think I was the 68 is the highest I got on any rankings anywhere. I think overall, I don't know what my net rankings were, but I barely got to that high. It just was because of the top 100 camp. But yeah, I put that in there as a reminder. Still got that jacket to this day.
Do you try and hold on to things that keep a little bit of a chip on your shoulder or that motivate you in a different way?
To be honest, me seeing my documentary again and talking about how everybody said I got a chip on my shoulder, I felt like I had low-key like relaxed a little bit, and it kind of got me back into a drive of like, you got to get that back. Seeing myself on the camera and everybody saying what they said about me. But yeah, I'm trying to keep that chip now.
What did you know about Brooklyn in the Nets and the organization and just coming here and understanding what this was all about and the part that you would play in what this team is?
Like before I got here, like my first year?
Yeah.
Oh, before I got to Brooklyn, I knew nothing about Brooklyn. I knew nothing about the Nets. I didn't watch pro basketball for real, like
really?
Until I got here. Rookie year, I didn't really know. I was very, like I said, I was just here for the ride along. Like I was a rookie. I was just trying to, keep my head, hoop, do whatever I'm asked to do. And it's a new environment. Like you don't understand what can I do here, what can I not do here, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. Like it's been times like, say we in practice and I'm getting into it with somebody. Like, do I got to back away from this because I'm a rookie? Will I get in trouble? I don't know what the outcome is of this. So it's like things like that. And then by my second year, they had voiced to me, voiced to my agents, like they want me to be a part of what's to come here, and they were invested, and so I'm doing my best to make their investment worth their time.
Does it feel like, I know you're 21, but you're here in your third year. This is a young team.
Yeah.
Is there almost a leadership component, a veteran component, the part that you have been in this organization that feels like you're older and have more responsibilities than what one may anticipate?
Absolutely. I really don't feel like I know I'm 21, but I be forgetting truly that I got here when I was, I got drafted at 18, I think. 18, played 19. So, like, to be honest, I forget until I realize, like, how young the other guys are around us. And I'd be like, yeah, like, I was just there. But, yeah, I talk to them all the time. They're actually they're very intellectual. I think everybody drafted this year is actually, like, very intellectual. Like, they think before they speak type. Intellectual, like, but I can appreciate that. I like, you know what I'm saying, like smart people. I can see when people are processing things, how they process things, stuff like that. But
have you always processed basketball the ways in which you process other things?
No. Basketball, the best thing for me is to get so many reps in what the process should be to where I don't have to process nothing. It's just instincts. I think that's the best way for me, at least. But I process things, whereas if I see they're playing something one way, I'll adjust the next time, things like that. But, like, I try to just rep it so much to where it's instinctual. And the rest of my life, I think a lot. I like boards. Like, I like boards. I like pros. I like cons. I like to know what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. And
so you're mapping out the pros and cons?
I got to see, like, if I'm going to make a decision, I want to make that decision knowing I made this decision and this is what's going to come with that decision versus just making a decision. And, yeah, like I make some sporadic decisions. I think everybody does. But
You thought out. I like this. What's the game day routine?
Game day routine? Depends on the game. If it's shoot around, pull up the shoot around, eat after, go home, take a nap.
Are you superstitious?
No, not really. I like popcorn. I eat popcorn on game days.
Before or after?
Before. Yeah.
Any butter? What is there a certain type of popcorn?
Nah, skinny pop, kettle corn, butter, whatever's nearby.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into something that I think is incredible. Rubik's Cube. This is a Rubik's Cube challenge. We're gonna get to it. This is the hot ticket presented by Ticketmaster. Experience your Nets live with Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, so maybe you haven't done this in a while.
It has been a while.
So I'm not going to totally hold you to this, but you said the best time you've had is 50 seconds?
I want to say it was 49 or 50.
49, okay.
Yes.
So we're going to time you.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to put too much pressure on.
You already did.
If you accomplish this, I'm going to be incredibly impressed.
To be honest with how long it's been,
Do you think you're
I'm
going
trying
to be
get
able to
under.
do it?
In 50 seconds? Absolutely not.
Do you think you're going to even be able to line up all the colors, though?
Yeah. Probably 2 minutes.
Okay. You
2
ready?
minutes or less.
Let's go.
Alrighty. Oh, I wasn't ready yet. You're
Oh,
supposed to wait for when I go, then you start the. Yeah, I got.
Well, I don't know. I can't tell.
I gotta analyze the cube.
I don't know how this works. When I
shift, we laugh.
Okay.
So, I'm saying a speed cube either is stiff. It's super stiff. My heart beating fast. I'm nervous. I ain't gonna lie.
We didn't give you a proper heads up on this. And we probably should have let you pick the
Yeah, give me
Rubik's
some
Cube.
practice reps. Give me a cube that's highly functional. No.
Take all the blame.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a good draw. I might be done quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be done
Oh,
quick.
now you're rocking.
How much time I got?
You're at 55.
Less than a minute.
Less than a minute.
There we go. 58. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even. Oh, you were 57. 58.
57, 58, yeah. I could have got sub 50. I got a good draw. When I say algorithm, I'll say I do algorithms. Like, some people, like, are so advanced, they can just look at the cube and they can map out everything they about to do.
This is unbelievable. When did you first, what's even the term? Accomplish a Rubik's Cube?
So, me and my boy Cam, that I went to high school with, 10th grade. So, remember I said I had an assistant principal used to be there. It was my boy's mom. He also had an uncle that worked at the school. He was a counselor. So I would go to the counselor's room. We just kind of kicking in his room too. And so one day we went in there. He knew how to do the cube. Another student had taught him how to do the cube, and so the student ended up teaching me and my boy how to do the cube. And we used to like compete who could do it faster. And I taught my little brother how to do it.
This is unbelievable. Maybe one day,
Yeah.
one year, I need you to teach me how to do the cube. I'm not sure if I can do it under.
You'll
10
get
minutes,
it.
But
Once I teach you like the basic movements, like you'll get it. Once you know how to move a corner piece, that's the hardest part. Moving the corner piece.
I'm impressed. Is there any other board games, any other games that are on the docket that you always play, that you play with your family, with your friends?
I actually really like board games. So I got like a whole drawer of them at the house, like random stuff. Like we got something called Throw Burrito. I've never played it. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna play it one day.
Throw Burrito?
Something like that. But I like Monopoly personally. The rest of my family they think it's too time consuming, but I like the trading aspect, business deals we making in here.
I love it. Last question for you. I know your plan B was being an NBA player, but if Noah Clowney was not playing in the NBA right now, what would you be doing?
Mental health counseling, and I'm gonna still do it. I'm still in school right now. No, I didn't do good this semester because I started stressing in the beginning of the season. But
is this online courses? Is this
online? I still take online classes at Alabama.
Wow.
Well, I take one every so often.
So what's your major?
Psychology. I think it might have just got changed over to human development for the sake of the online programs being a little simpler.
Okay.
But there's something around there. But I'm going to end up doing mental health counseling. I'm probably open my firm when it's all said and done.
We'll all be waiting and ready. Noah, we appreciate your time.
Appreciate you.
We look forward to continuing to watch you on the court, off the court. And this has been another edition of Nets Pod with Sarah Kustok. Remember, you can subscribe anywhere you get your podcasts and lock in to the Nets YouTube channel and watch the amazing documentary of Noah's as well.